Hello guys, welcome to Cafe at Simplify. Today we are diving into accounting, and so we have a question here for preparing a cash book. We have the following balances were extracted from the ledger and cash book of Mukasa's business on the last day of November 2015. So this is from the ledger and this is from the cash book. So now, as we enter the new month, which is of December, during the month of December 2015, the following transactions occurred. So we see bought on credit, sold on credit, received check, blah, 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 all of them up to 30th. And so you're telling us, prepare Mr. Mukasa's cash book and ledger accounts fully balanced. Ignore the subsidiary books. So we have to prepare cash book. Points to note about the cash book: it has five columns: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has the debit side and the credit side. All assets that add or increase the stock of the business, we debit them. All assets that reduce, like payments of workers' salary, paying creditors, we always credit this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Date, details, folio, cash book, and bank, even this side. So another thing to note that goods bought on credit, sold on credit, goods returned, goods rejected are not reflected in the cash book. Cash book is like for only receipts, cash receipts. Yeah. So we see that this money was in the month which has ended. Yeah. So that means when we are starting December 1st, we have this money in cash. So we come to the debit side, put balance, brought down, indicate this 5 million here, then, and it's cash. So look at this, it is credit side. So come to the credit side, indicate balance, brought down, and it is 3.5 because we sure don't have this money. But we believe they will bring it to us, so it's like part of our capital as well when we are starting the business. So on first, we see goods were bought on credit, so we ignore this. We don't reflect it in our cash book. Goods on second, goods were sold on credit, we ignore it. So fourth, received a check of 5 million from a debtor and banked it. This is not a contra entry. Contra entry is where we have cash and it goes to the bank, or from the bank to cash. But remember, this was already a check. He just banked the check. So and the assets have increased. So December 4th, on the debit side, he has received from where? From a debtor. Where has it gone? To the bank, and banked it from where it has gone. Then paid creditors 1.5 cash and 500 by check. So we have two accounts on the same date. So we have, when we pay, we always credit because we are losing. So on 7th, two transactions, paid creditors by cash, so put cash 1.5, and then by check, which is under the back, put 500,000, which is this side. So paid creditors were finished, rejected and returned goods, we ignore this. Then a debtor rejected and returned goods, we ignore also rejected. Banked 1.5 cash. Now this is where we have a contra entry because he has cash and he banks it. So that is December 14th. Come here, say cash, where is it going? To the bank, 1.5. Put C to indicate that this is a contra entry. It is cash going to the bank. Now this side will always do the opposite. Here it is going to the bank, that is 14th, but from where? From cash. It is 1.5. Then paid rent 400 by cash, 800 by check, and electricity of 250,000 cash. So we have rent and electricity, but since we are paying with credit, so 16th he first cleared rent, but in 2 ways. 400 was by cash and 800 was deposited in the bank by check. But still on the same date, we see that he cleared electricity. So come here, 16th again, put electricity. It is 850 by cash. 20th, withdrew 1 million from the bank and put it into the cash book for payment. So we see that this is a contra entry. Why? Because he's getting from the bank. This is December 20th bank. Where is he putting it? Cash. Now this side you do the opposite. 20th, it is cash, but where is it coming from? The bank. 1 million. I think that is easy to get. So, fearing the consequences of the land bill, he sold land inherited from his father, 10 million by cash. He used 5 million for his marriage ceremonies, and the rest put into the business. Now, for us, since this is a business, we are only interested at what he put into the business. He has sold the land at 10 million, but what has he put into the business? He has put there 5 million because he has used the 5 million for his marriage. So come, and when you put into the business, we debit. So December 25th, he has put there cash, and the rest he has put into business because he has sold, he had cash. So December 20th, 25th, cash, how much has he put for business? It is 5 million. We don't indicate here in the cash book done for marriage because this is business. So 27th, received 100,000 by check and 2 million from a debtor and backed both of them. So we have to be extra careful. He has received the cash 1 million. I mean, he has received the cash 100,000 and he has banked it. So this 100,000 is a contra entry. So come here. 27, contra entry, cash, where he has received cash. But where has it gone? The bank. Remember, since this is a contra entry, this point is slightly confusing, but you should get to know that this cash which has gone to the bank, we also need to record it in our books. In our books. That's why here still I will say data this 100,000 because we have to show that this cash which went to the bank was initially recorded in our books. That's why this side we have it is December 27th bank, but it was from cash. This is 100,000. Yeah, so this 100,000 is repeated twice. Why? Because the first time when he received cash 100,000 is showed here. Okay, then and banked it. So imagine from a debtor has received the cash 100,000 is this here and banked it. So from cash to bank, but this one it has not gone into our accounts. That's why you come again here and you write the 100,000 cash which was received. So this contra entry, since it is from cash to bank, you also indicated that it is from bank 27, but it was cash. Yeah, to bank from what? Cash. This is a contra entry. But you realize that this 2 million is not a contra entry. Why? Because it is check, but he has banked it. That's why here data you still put on the back 2 million and you don't include it this side. So finally we see that business cash 300,000 for social evening with his friends. So used business cash. So what is that? We do what? We credit because he's getting it from the business. So and that is drawings 300,000. So we come and total all this. Come and total all this. Come and total all this. Total all this. So when we total here, we see that it is 11 million point 11 million point 1. So come and write it here. Total all these ones, write it here. So after getting this under cash, here cash, how much is left to make this 11 after the total? It is here. It is this is the balance carried down. When you get this minus the total up, we'll get this. So this one we come to the start of the new month now, which will be January. Say balance brought down, it is this amount, which when you add this plus the total here should be equals to 11. So add here and the total, even here for bank. When you add, come this side and add 8.6. Since this side it is less than, yeah. So always the lesser side we have balance carried down. That means after adding this and it is not equal to this, get this minus the total here and you see how much is left to make 8.6. So we have 1 million and a bank and set is balance carried balance brought down 1 million. So kindly try to go through the ledgers, but what you should note in the ledgers, we indicate everything. The marriage side is also indicated and the ledgers, all these accounts, the both on credit, sold on credit are all indicated. So be careful to go through it and then see how to balance. But this is what you should get. Yeah. Let's meet in the next one.